You are about to meet Christine, a real parent served by the parent partners at United Parents. Christine is the mother of 4 children, 3 boys and 1 girl. She benefited by having the opportunity to work with Mark, a male parent partner, and later with Cheryl, a female parent partner. Her comments are her own, nothing scripted, just her experience with United Parents. You had said that he refused to go to school and that Mark actually came in and said, here are your options if you want to pick up from there.
Yeah, basically said, by you not going, you're putting added stress on your mom. So these are your options. We can call a truant officer, you can get on the bus, or your mom can take you to school. And
so no option to not go?
None. And we, what do we do? So then I don't know what exactly Mark did, but it sparked something in him, and he said, okay, I'll go with my mom. I'll have my mom take me. And that was the first day. We got him to go, and obviously we had bumps, you know, but Mark got him up, you know, to go to school. That
must have instilled a little bit of faith in you that
yeah,
it's doable.
It is.
How we get it done is another question. But
and I'm not trying to be rude, or I'm not trying to be mean, because I'm thankful for all the help that we have received. But we had a counselor here talking to him from another program, and trying to talk to him, trying to get him to go. And that guy left very frustrated. He was very frustrated that he couldn't get him to get on the bus or go to school. And here's Mark, comes in, and within 15-20 minutes, we're going to school.
What do you think? What do you think the difference was?
The difference, I'll tell you exactly what it is. Mark has actual experience because he has a bipolar child. He knows what to say. He knows what to do. More hands-on. Again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I think some of the younger people that come in and haven't had a child or haven't actually went through these things, you can learn by a book, but until you have a child, you cannot help somebody 100%, because it's not always going to work. And so Mark, he knew exactly what to do.
Absenteeism can cost a school district literally thousands of dollars a week. The cost to a child is insurmountable. I did want to ask you just real quick, because this was interesting how the community was also involved. I understand we are trying to find some sort of outlet for Ryan, and maybe a physical one, and or just something, because summer was coming up. And why don't you talk a little bit about this situation with the Boys and Girls Club from start to finish?
Well, Ryan had done some community service for Dave in the past, and proved to be a good kid.
And Dave is the...
He's the director for some of the camps and for the Redwood School, Boys and Girls Club. And by knowing Ryan, he was willing and knew what kind of a kid he was when he was around and have responsibilities. Once Cheryl had talked to Dave, he had us have a meeting with Ryan, Cheryl, and I. We sat down. We talked about expectations. We talked about, things went wrong, and kind of made up a plan for the summer.
Was there a cost to go into the Boys and Girls?
There should be. It should be. I think it's between $145 and $210 a week.
So were you able to pay that?
No.
Oh.
No.
So how
Last week was actually a soccer camp. So Ryan has to go with, there's 2 other boys that are just, I think, in high school, going to graduate. So he assists them. He'll set up the field, they'll bring the balls out, and then when they play, or they're doing some type of an activity, Dave actually assigns some of the kids to Ryan.
So he has one-on-one interactions with these kids that are even younger than him?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Some are his age.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he's really excelling in the leadership role that he has. He feels, you know, again, his self-esteem is, you know, really, I haven't seen him so happy.
Yeah, you talked about when he comes home.
Yeah, he's just beaming, and he just can't stop talking about Dave and how much respect he has for him. And you know, I haven't seen him as happy as I have in a long time. Probably from last year, it's a glimpse of my old Ryan. So
wow. That must have been a wonderful feeling for you.
It's yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Are you saying that Cheryl would do like research for you on that for you, and almost? Oh.
She sends me links on, because I told we talked about me not completely understanding, and Ryan even coming to me and asking me, "Mom, what's bipolar?" You know,
right.
I didn't know how to explain it to him, and so you know she sent me a link and different websites to read, a book. I did want to sit down, and I, especially after my ex-husband came to me and wanted help understanding, I don't think I could have answered him properly. And so by reading the information, the books, that it's helping me be able to explain that to other people. And Cheryl even explained to me certain things that I don't understand. And it helps out a lot.
You feel like you know where to go for what?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I guess it's called navigating the system sometimes.
Yes.
Did you have trouble with that before?
I did. I didn't know who to call. I was scared to call, you know.
Why were you scared?
Because we had an incident where the police were called to our home, and my son was up on the roof having, you know, one of his meltdowns, and they sent me, I was specifically told to ask for a certain type of police that are trained to deal with kids who are having problems. I asked for them. 2 policemen came. I had one of them telling me my parenting sucked, and that I better, you know, he's doing this because of my parenting, and I felt horrible. You know, as usual, you know.
A clinical crisis team can cost, on average, over $3,000 or more per call.
And then the other one asked to go into my other son's room just to check it out, make sure there wasn't anything in there. And he told me, if you don't get yourself together, and this is the other one who's supposed to be trained with the kids, if you don't get yourself together and you don't start parenting him properly, he's down the road, he is going to end up, you know, basically in prison. And I just felt that's the way it was. I didn't want to call 911. I didn't want to call anybody because I just felt, oh, they're just, somebody tells me, oh, you just wasted your time. So.
And that must be a horrible feeling as a parent.
It was isolating again.
What would you do in that situation now?
You know, I think obviously you're never taught, or you never learn enough, but with each situation that happens, I find myself that I haven't had to look at that for months. And we've had a couple of situations, but for some reason, I knew how to deal with them. I knew how to deal with them. I knew how to deal with them. Just a few weeks ago, my son Ryan went with his stepfather, and you know, they're trying to get the relationship back together, or heal the relationship. And he went there, and my ex-husband's girlfriend has a son Ryan's age, and so they stayed up because they're boys and they like to, you know, have fun, and they stayed up too late, and he forgot to give him his medicine in the morning. Well, they went to a baseball end of the year celebration, and he basically was tired, hadn't had his medication, and the next thing I know, I get a call from his stepdad that he's running down the road and that you know, Chris has grabbed him and, you know, all these things. He doesn't know what to do. I actually talked to him and gave him step-by-step instructions on how to deal with Ryan. I got on the phone with Ryan. I told him, come in to get you right now. Chris couldn't understand what was going on. I explained to him what was the problem. And I went, got Ryan, and he was, you know, he was astonished that I had done it. I walked up to Ryan, I hugged him, I told him everything's going to be okay, and we left.
A psychiatric hospitalization can cost a minimum of $1,000 a day.
He was, you know, he was astonished that I had done it. I walked up to Ryan, I hugged him, I told him everything's going to be okay, and we left.